Hare Krishna. So today we are going to discuss about what can a student learn from the Mahabharata, especially from Arjuna. So there are many valuable lessons for students from the Mahabharata, and especially Arjuna. Why? Because Arjuna is considered to be an ideal student. He was such an ideal student that he was the most favorite student of his guru, Dronacharya. In fact, Arjun was even more dear to Dronacharya than his own son Ashwatthama. So, how can we say this? Because Dronacharya taught certain skills, certain mantras to Arjuna, which he did not teach even to his own son Ashwatthama. So, the point being that Arjun was so dear to his guru Dronacharya. Why? Because of his dedication, because of his sense control, and most importantly, because of his selfless service attitude to the Supreme. The first and foremost quality of Arjuna is his high moral character. The story goes in the Mahabharata that once when Arjuna went to the heavenly planets to meet his father Indra, there he was sitting beside Indra on his throne, and the Apsaras, the heavenly damsels, they were dancing, and the most beautiful among those dancing Apsaras was Urvashi. So Arjuna was looking intently at Urvashi, and Urvashi thought that maybe Arjuna was attracted by her beauty, and he was enchanted. And even Indra noticed Arjun, and he was looking at Urvashi. So after the program, he calls Urvashi and he tells her to go to Arjun at night and to satisfy him, physically. So she goes, well decorated, well dressed. She goes to Arjuna and she expresses her desire to have union with him. But Arjuna actually clarified, no, I was not looking at you with that intention. My intention was that I was looking at you as one of our forefathers, like one of the forefathers of Arjuna was a king by name Pururava, and Urvashi was his wife. So Arjuna was looking at her, thinking that this is one of our great ancestors, from whom our Kuru Vamsha has come about. So in that way, with great respect and reverential attitude, she was looking at Urvashi. But then Urvashi said, don't worry about that. This is heaven. So here there are no such rules. You can enjoy with me, and it is not sinful. There is no sin in enjoying in the heavenly planets. But then Arjuna said, no, I cannot do that. Even if there is no sin, my heart, my own conscience doesn't allow me to look at you in that way. Once I have thought of you as a mother. But then she says, if you don't fulfill my desire, then I'll curse you. You'll become a eunuch. But even then, Arjuna never changed his attitude. He said, no, I can never do this. But then sure enough, as she said, Urvashi curses Arjuna, saying that he will become a eunuch. But by Krishna's grace, by God's grace, Indra came, he intervened, and he said, this curse will only last for 1 year. At the time when you're going to be incognito in the exile. So that became a boon for Arjuna. However, the point is that Arjuna did not change his character. Even though he was threatened with a curse, that is high moral character. This is one of the foremost qualities. In the Mahabharata, you can see parallel of two characters. One is Arjuna and the other is Karna. They both are apparently very powerful warriors. They were both highly skilled. But one person, that is Arjuna, he turned out to be successful. And Karna turned out to be a failure. Why? What is the reason? It's because Arjuna, he was successful because he was fully dedicated to his cause of Dharma. Because whatever he was doing for the service of the society, for the service of God. Whereas Karna was driven by jealousy and he was driven by hatred. So Karna had a deep hatred towards Arjuna, because of which he always wanted to prove himself to be superior to Arjuna. Whereas Arjuna's only desire was to protect Dharma. If you read the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita itself he says, Nakankshe Vijayam Krishna Nacha Rajyam Sukhani Cha Kim no Rajyena Govinda Kim Gober Jivite. Nakankshe Vijayam, I don't want victory, I don't want kingdom. Let all the kingdom be kept by the Kauravas. I don't need any of this. Let me live by begging, but not. But I don't want to kill my relatives and family members. So Arjuna was very detached from the beginning. So therefore, we can see a person who is detached and dedicated to service of God, he gets all the blessings. He gets the blessings of all the great personalities. Just like Arjuna got the blessings, he got the blessings of Indra, his father. He also got the blessings of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva himself became pleased with Arjuna and gave him Pashupatastra. And Arjuna was also blessed by his guru, Dronacharya. He was also blessed by many of the Devatas. And in this way, he was also blessed by Bhishma. He was blessed by his guru, Dronacharya. Many great personalities. On the other hand, we can see how Karna, he was always cursed by many people. He was cursed by his own guru, Parashurama, because he cheated his guru, Parashurama. And he was cursed by Bhudevi also. Mother Earth also cursed Karna. And in this way, and Karna was also cursed by some Brahmanas, according to Mahabharata. It's all because the attitude. So if we have a humble, selfless service attitude, then we get the blessings of God, we get the blessings of all the great personalities. So what we can learn from Arjuna is, number one, whatever we do, our goal should be for the service of humanity, for the service of God. It should not be for our own selfish agenda. That's the first lesson. And the second lesson, of course, is dedication. Arjuna was extremely dedicated to his cause. His name is Gudakesha. How he became Gudakesha is very interesting. One night, when Arjuna was having dinner, in those days there were no electric lamps, so they used to use the oil lamps. So as Arjuna was taking his dinner, suddenly there was a gust of wind, and this wind actually blew off the lamps, and everything became pitch dark. But Arjuna was still having his meals, because he knew where were the different items, food items on his plate. So even though he could not see them, he could still, understand and guess where which item was present. So in this way, even though he could not see, he could still eat. So at that time, Arjuna got a very brilliant idea. He thought, I'm able to eat my dinner in darkness. So then I should also be able to shoot arrows in the darkness. So if I can eat in the dark, why can't I shoot in the dark? So then he started practicing archery at night in the darkness. So therefore, and he mastered that art. He became so expert that even at night he would never miss his art. Therefore his name became Gudakesha. Gudaka means darkness. Gudaka also means sleep. And it also means ignorance. So someone who has conquered sleep, darkness and ignorance is called Gudakesha. So Arjuna became Gudakesha. So therefore, this is because of his dedication. We all know with the very famous story when Dronacharya, he called all the Pandavas and Kauravas just to test their skill. And he placed an artificial bird, a wooden bird, on the top branch of a tree. And one by one he called the Pandavas and Kauravas, and he asked them to pick up his bow and arrows, and he asked them, "What do you see?" So someone said, "I see the whole tree." And Dronacharya said, "No, you can't shoot. You leave." And then he calls the next person and asks them the same question, "What do you see?" "I see the branch." Someone said, "I see the branch." Someone said, "I see the whole tree." Someone said, "I see you and I see all the people around me." And someone said, "I see the bird on the tree." And even then, Dronacharya said, "No, that's not the right answer." When he called Arjun finally and asked him, "What do you see?" Arjun said, "I see the eye of the bird on the tree." And he asked, "Do you see the bird?" "No." "Do you see the tree?" "No." "Do you see the branch?" "No, I don't see anything else." So then he asks him to shoot, and his arrow reaches his target. So the point is that that is the one-pointed, focused attention. So a student needs to have focused attention on his goal. He should not be distracted by the allurements of modern media nowadays, especially for students today. So many allurements through Facebook and through social media and WhatsApp videos, all sorts of things on the internet. So all this is actually a distraction. Besides that, there are other distractions like so-called extracurricular activities, some of which are actually very, very unhealthy, like parties and rave parties and all sorts of things. So these are all distractions. So a student should be very careful, be very focused on his goal. He has three qualities we have discussed today. Number one, he should have a selfless purpose. Number two, he should be very dedicated to his goal. Number three, he should be focused on his goal. That means without any distractions. And I'll tell you one more, which is very important, probably the most important of all. That is, you should have a proper guide. When Arjuna was confused in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he did not know what to do. He didn't want to kill his relatives and friends. At the same time, he could not run away from the battlefield. So he was completely confused. What am I supposed to do? But luckily for Arjuna, Krishna, the Supreme Lord, was his friend. And in the Bhagavad Gita, we can see how Arjuna surrenders to Lord Krishna. And he seeks his guidance. And then Lord Krishna speaks the Bhagavad Gita and then motivates him to do the right thing. So luckily for him, he had Lord Krishna as his guide. Similarly, if we have a proper guide like Lord Krishna or a genuine representative of Lord Krishna as our Guru, then we can easily cross beyond all the obstacles if we have also the other three qualities mentioned. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.